and because of this nonsense, and we're so angry about it. I mean, I'm a very patient guy, but I have had it with these people. They're playing games with real people's lives. The theory we have right now, they have a Hate America rally that's scheduled for October 18th on the National Mall. It's all the pro-Hamas wing and the Antifa people. They're all coming out. Some of the House Democrats are selling T-shirts for the event, and it's being told to us that they won't be able to reopen the government until after that rally because they can't face their rabid base. I mean, this is serious business hurting real people. And I'm beyond words. I can't believe they're...
Hey, Mike Johnson, I understand that you desperately need a distraction from the fact that overwhelmingly Americans are pissed off at you and other Republicans for shutting down the government and wanting to take away healthcare from tens of millions of Americans and jack up the healthcare premiums for the rest of us and also close hundreds of hospitals around the country. I get that you are so fucking desperate for a distraction from the fact that you refuse to swear in duly elected Congresswoman Adelita Grijalva because you know that she will be the 218th vote, the deciding vote on a discharge petition for the Epstein files. I understand why you don't want that information released, and you don't want the American people to know that you are refusing to seat a duly elected Congresswoman in your pathetic, miserable attempt to deny Jeffrey Epstein's victims justice. I also understand that every accusation from y'all is a confession. I also understand that if your lips are moving, you're lying, unless you're confessing to your teenage son, who's your accountability buddy, about how often you jerk off, which is real fucking creepy, but welcome to the repression of Christian nationalism. I also understand, Mikey, that this is a talking point, right? Somebody's passed around a memo. I don't know if you were the one who crafted it or if it was literal ghoul Stephen Miller, but y'all are all trying to align your talking points, and you have the same speech that is absolutely spewing lies about October 18th, No King's Day. Right, you're making your little rounds in the press, lying through your teeth about regular, everyday American citizens who want to turn out in the streets to celebrate democracy. The fact that in the United States, we have no kings. We fought a war to get free of a king. We have hundreds of years of proud American patriotic tradition around the fact that we are a country of, by, and for the people, that we are a representative democracy, despite the fact that you and Republicans have abdicated, betrayed your oath to your constituents. You are not representing the people. Instead, you're bootlicking for Donald Trump, failing to do your duty, handing over your congressional power, and facilitating the rise of fascism in this country. So when you say shit like this,
I'll turn it back over to the leader, take some questions, but we've heard, and many of you have reported already, this Hate America rally that they have coming up for October 18th, the Antifa crowd and the pro-Hamas crowd and the Marxists, they're all going to gather on the mall. We got some House Democrats selling T-shirts for this event. It is an outrageous gathering for outrageous purposes, but the Democrats in the Senate have shown that they're afraid of that crowd, that they don't want to bow, that they want to bow to them, bow the knee to them, and they don't want to take incoming from them. And so they're willing to hold the American people hostage so that they don't have to face an angry mob that's a big chunk of their base.
This is truly sad, Mike. This is the best that you can do. Calling a gathering of pro-democracy patriotic Americans from all over the country a Hate America rally? Everybody and their brother can go to nokings.org and see what No King's Day is about. Everybody knows what the first No King's Day was about. I know I keep using the two words panic and desperation when referring to the Republicans' tactics, but that's because those are the most accurate descriptors of their behavior and their mindset. This is the same group of people that just months ago you said nobody should worry about because they're just a bunch of old grannies. And now suddenly you're calling them pro-Hamas Marxists? Now, we know that No King's Day 1 was the largest single day of protest in the history of the United States. There aren't millions and millions of pro-Hamas Marxists in this country. What there are millions and millions and millions of regular, everyday Americans who are fed up with the fact that Republicans and Donald Trump are wrecking this country. making our quality of life measurably worse, trampling on our rights and attempting to dismantle the Constitution in the effort to make an aging, fragile narcissist into a king. And we are all showing up. Millions and millions of Americans are showing up to exercise our protected constitutional rights. The fact that you, the Republicans, are so fucking scared of us exercising our basic rights, protesting, gathering, marching, that is a proud American tradition. There's a reason the First Amendment of the United States Constitution says that you, Mike Johnson, shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for redress of grievances. It's a sad statement that in 2025 in the United States of America, some middle-aged gardening lady has to come and lecture the Speaker of the House about our basic rights. And I completely agree with Ezra from Indivisible. All we can do is laugh at the absurdity of what the Republicans are trying to do. It's really sad. Honestly, like I don't even know if I can laugh because it's just, oh, you guys, oh, I just, the secondhand embarrassment, y'all, is real strong, Republicans are doing this because they know it's dangerous. They're attempting to stoke political violence and they are attempting to chill dissent. They want to make you afraid to exercise your protected rights. Right? We talked about this in the Indivisible call today. What they're trying to do is set up a permission structure to intimidate a totally non-violent legal group of Americans from exercising their First Amendment right to protest. They're trying to set up Stephen Miller and his desire to turn America into a brutal authoritarian state where you have no right to free speech, where you will be chased down by the thought police. Now, we know that Stephen Miller is incredibly unpopular, and we also know that Donald Trump is really, he's not governing this country. I mean, he never had any interest in being a legitimate leader in any way, shape, or form. But we're watching him decline significantly, right? Why did he have to have a second annual physical yesterday? We know that it's Stephen Miller who wants to be running the show. Nobody in America voted for Stephen Miller. Nobody elected Stephen Miller. And yet we see Republicans in Congress like Mike Johnson bending the knee to all, 4'10" of Stephen Miller, threatening your constitutional rights, lying about you and me and millions of other law-abiding, democracy-loving Americans. And so my message to the American people, anybody who's signed up for No King's Day, anybody who's thinking about turning up for No King's Day, anybody who is scared by the words of Mike Johnson today, this is another moment where it doesn't matter that much what the regime tries to do. What truly matters is how we respond. We defend our constitutional right to free speech, to protest by exercising those rights. The way we respond to this absolute bullshit that Mike Johnson was spewing today is that we show up in the millions on October 18th. We invite our friends, our neighbors, our family members, folks in our congregation, our coworkers. Every time the regime tries something, it creates an opportunity for backlash, right? These were really, really sad, embarrassing lies that Mike Johnson told. He's hoping to convince some of his MAGA base, right? That's all he's trying to do is stoke political violence and make you afraid to show up. But you know what? We keep each other safe. We are going to be turned out on October 18th. There will be millions and millions and millions of us in the streets. Regular, ordinary American citizens who love democracy, non-violently, legally exercising our protected rights. The thing we get to do now is, one, enjoy each other's company as we celebrate the fact that we are here to protect American democracy. But two, we get to make sure that Mike Johnson and the Republicans have egg all over their faces. We get to make them look like the right fools that they are. We're grannies, we're kids in frog suits, we're clergy, we're American families with little kids, we're veterans, we're disabled Americans. We are freedom-loving Americans, and on October 18th, we will be standing arm in arm with each other and connected back through history to our forefathers as we uphold the rights that they fought and died for, as we continue to practice a time-honored tradition of celebrating and engaging in free speech.